Will isolated cloud replace data center for enterprises? Well, that's the question we're going to try to answer in today's video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and check out that link tree in the description for all the things that I got going on, especially all my boot camps, in-person trainings, and events. Everything is in that link tree down below. Let's jump in and let's talk about, will isolated cloud replace data center for enterprises? Now, this is posted by an Atlassian partner, Dorota Popowska from Bilisoft. Sorry if I butchered your name. And before we get too far into it, let's kind of define what's going on here. What are these words that are in play? So first we have isolated cloud. Well, what's that? Well, at Team 25, Atlassian introduced a couple of cloud offerings that they were really working towards so that companies that are currently on data center, we're going to define data center in just a second, but it is designed to take those customers that are on the data center version of Jira and move them to the cloud. Because today, as of this video, there's only really one cloud, and that is a shared cloud. That is on AWS, and it's shared amongst the different regions and all over the world. And your Jira data is on AWS, and anybody at Amazon can access it, and it's shared resources, right? So other companies are in the same data center, and it's just like a big mess. And from a data responsibility perspective, from a data governance perspective, it's just not a good solution because Jira Data Center is self-hosted, right? So Jira Data Center is a product that dates back, and we're going to look at this through the article, but it dates back to about 2014. It was basically an answer to scaling Jira Server, which is the original Jira that came out in 2002. And it was designed to take Jira Server and take it beyond software that you installed in your server room locally, centrally located. And it allowed you to like add it to nodes so that you can make it high availability and basically install it in your own data center that you owned. And so that's Jira Data Center. But as we all know, that's going away. Atlassian is getting rid of Jira Data Center, and we're being forced to the cloud. And so the current option right now is just regular Jira Cloud, which is what everybody uses. However, because of the data residency and the data governance and the data ownership, Atlassian has introduced two new models. We have isolated cloud, and then we have something else called GovCloud, okay? But isolated cloud, let's stick with that for a second, because that's the topic of today's article, and that is a cloud that essentially has everything siloed off, okay? It means that you have full tenant isolation, dedicated compute and storage, stronger control over data egress, advanced compliance support, and global applicability, not limited to just the US public sector, like government cloud. So government cloud is basically like isolated cloud, but it's FedRAMP authorized. And what that means is that the government cloud is really designed for government or US public sector. And so if you're the government of a foreign country, but if you have the same requirements as the US government, but you're not the US government, you cannot use government cloud because that is only for the United States. It's only for the public sector, and it's for those authorized tenants that the government approves in the United States. And so isolated cloud is the answer for everybody else. And so you get the benefit, you get the isolation, you get the path to go from data center to the cloud, but with everything isolated. But the real question is, as the name of this article implies, will the isolated cloud, this solution that Atlassian is presenting to us, is that going to be the answer for data center enterprise? And this is a question that this particular individual, Dorota, has for you, and that I have for you as well, because I don't fully believe in this solution. I think it's going to alleviate a lot of hesitation from customers. I think for the majority of the customers that are currently on data center, I think this will be a good, valuable, and valid option. However, there's still going to be folks, many customers that are in an airtight gap environment, which is an environment that literally has no internet access. And for those kind of folks, for those kind of people, we still need the ability to like physically kick the server in which the Jira is installed in. And so I think for those, we don't have a good answer. But I would say that between government cloud, isolated cloud, I don't have any numbers or scientific data to basically back this up, but I would assume that a good majority of the people that are currently holding off on moving to the cloud, I think isolated cloud and government cloud is going to be a good solution. If we follow that 80-20% rule, I'm willing to bet that 80% of the people are going to be able to move into either government cloud or isolated cloud. And I think it's just that last 20% we're going to have to worry about. And so for those folks, some of the options that they have is move to a different product like Linear B or GitLab or something else that you can install locally. or maybe you have to build your own in-house solution. I know that in my early career, I actually moved in-house solutions to Jira. And so it's interesting that we've come full circle 20 years later and we're moving back to custom solutions that you build in-house. Because Atlassian basically has drawn a line. In a few years, Jira Data Center will cease to exist. We are going to not have Jira Data Center in the long term. And so this death of Jira Data Center is inevitable. And really, enterprises are going to have to figure out their path forward. Do they find a solution that they can still keep on-premise? Are they a US-based company that is in compliance with the US government and all those requirements for GovCloud? Do they move there? Or do they take advantage of isolated cloud? But the one thing that hasn't been answered by Atlassian is how much is isolated cloud going to cost? Because now you got to use that number to weigh against like staying on an on-premise version of some tool like Jira, right? And so that's going to be a little pros and cons analysis that I think a lot of customers are going to have to do. I think they're going to have to sit there and kind of evaluate, because I can't imagine that isolated cloud is going to be cheap, right? Even if it like checks all the check boxes, Atlassian has to price it correctly. And so I think that's going to be a big roadblock for people. Is I think, if I had to guess, Atlassian is going to charge the heck out of this. And you either pay or you find another way. And I think this is really going to be the test of time. I think from a technological perspective, isolated cloud is going to be a good alternative for folks that are in data center. But I think I honestly think it's going to come down to price, and then that last 20% of those airtight people. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. Shout out to Dorota here for this article. I'll link it down below so you can read through the whole thing. It's a really good article here. But we are interested in what you think. And so let me know in the comment section down below. And if you made it this far and you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button now. And when you're down there subscribing, check out that link tree down in the description. I have a lot of options available: in-person training, virtual training, Udemy courses, memberships, physical events that I'm doing in May and in October. So if you want to sign up for anything, take your skills to the next level, check out that link tree down below. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.